I'll say about a few months went by and I kept toiling with the idea. It just kept coming back to my mind of like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should, because I've always wanted to start a business. I've always wanted to.
Welcome to the Voices in the Wind podcast. I am Toby Lyles and my esteemed son,
Maverick Lyles.
Hey, we have Elijah Burgess on today. Really good interview, first-time entrepreneur. And I love that he took the motto of our podcast, the idea that whisks by his head, and turn it into something significant. That is exactly what we did. And you get to hear how he did that today in the podcast. Before we get to that, real quick.
Yeah, we have our sponsor, Art at the Hines. And pretty exciting. They have a lot of cool art, and then you can go downtown if you live in Cheyenne, and they have a lot of cool stuff there.
Or come see us.
Come see us.
Give us a buzz. We'll hang out, and you can check out some art.
Yep, for sure. And so they have Art at the Hines, and then at Facebook, right? And then .Facebook. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, that. And then
go on Facebook and search Art at the Hines.
Yes,
that
exactly.
should do it, right?
I think that should do it. I think they also have a website as well. So
Denise Patton, for those
Denise
looking.
Patton. Yes.
Lots of great artists at Art at the Hines. Denise Patton is promoting her art, of course, but also what I like is that she promotes the entire org.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We also have our newsletter, which if you have not done that yet, it's on Substack. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it personally. We have a lot of good content based off of each episode. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out at votw.substack.com.
Yeah, the real question with the newsletter is, when are you going to write on it? And there is rumblings that you will write on it, so that's pretty exciting.
Yep.
The other question is, what story will come up for next week?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't know what will happen. So those are interesting. We have Elijah Burgess, as I mentioned, a really good episode. He's a first-time entrepreneur. He had some hints of entrepreneurship in his past, and then really went for it. And so this podcast is the story of how Elijah Burgess went from not being an entrepreneur, not having started anything, and what he did to start. Yeah. So very interesting. Here you go. So I'm going to guess that your parents that wasn't a part of the culture that you grew up with, entrepreneurship or business ownership?
No. Okay. They're very much blue collar, white collar, kind of on two different spectrums.
Okay.
So one of them, always a hardworking man, knows the worth of a hard day's work, doing that, putting in the grind. Super appreciative of a lot of things. And then on the other side of a lot of clerical, a lot of like school administration or receptionist or even technology. So I believe they are a school technician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like smart, but they're employees, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. That's what I knew. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you had a little bit of taste, but you didn't even know what you were looking for or what it was, I guess. This was, entrepreneurship or freelance or whatever. And then why do you think that you had to have like 1,000 different options back then. There must have been 1,000 different things that had come past you that were not bartending. Why do you think this one stuck out over everything else? Does that make sense?
I think I know. Yeah.
I'm wondering at the question. My point is, you had so many choices, but something resonated with bartending. I
think it was. So I have a history in theater. I thoroughly enjoy. I love being on stage, but I also love being backstage too. Mm-hmm. I have been a main character in plays before, and that's fun. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if it's because I've gotten more roles as a support role, but I just like the idea more of I'm part of this big event, or I'm part of this party, or I'm part of this thing, but I'm not the main focus of it, which I enjoy to some extent. Like I can be, and I'm working towards that with flair bartending, where you'll see those people, whether it be in movies or anything, where they're flipping the bottles around, they're catching it, throwing it around, or even like with the fire. So I'm working towards that to kind of add more to my brand, because here in Cheyenne, there's not really much for that. I mean, when I'm bartending at the Paramount, I flip the cup. I'll do a like nice little flair, but nothing too extravagant. That requires a lot more rehearsal, a lot more practice. But so I can be the highlight during those parts, but I'm not the main focus of the whole thing. So being able to be a part of it, help everyone, make everyone's night a little bit more enjoyable, and still provide a little bit of safety for the event in terms of my biggest goal is that you don't want to be worrying about your uncle or that one coworker getting trashed at your party and then ruining everything. So my goal, like with my motto, which is rest your wings while we stretch ours. That's the Gentle Perch motto. It basically says, take a load off. You've already gotten here. Let us focus on this part. Kind of thing. So that way, no one's getting overserved. Everyone's getting a little drink, having a good time. And it doesn't all have to be alcohol. It can just everyone has enough to have fun.
Okay, so I'm drawing from kind of looking at your personality a little bit. So in theater, you like it was fun being the main character, but you like the side roles, backstage, push props around, or support character, if I hear you right.
Yes.
So are you seeing, or maybe even is that why Gentle Perch was attractive to do a mobile bartending thing? Because you're supporting the main event. The main event is a wedding. It's someone else's party. They want it to be good. You're not the main character, right? It's not all about you. It's all about the bride, probably, or the groom, or I don't know, somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever the event is. And so it's about somebody else, but you're still there to help support that event. Do you think there's a parallel there?
I do. And I've noticed that a few times, and it's like, when I first noticed it was like a puzzle piece that like was always there, but just fell into place finally.
Interesting.
So I always had it in my hand, and suddenly I noticed it, and I was like, oh, hey,
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that really...
So like, is something about your personality that you've always just questioned?
Yeah. I've taken on leader roles before. I've been supervisors. I've been akin to a manager. It's great. It is. Okay. And I understand the need for it and all that. And I understand my ability to be in that position, especially as an entrepreneur right now and with the business owner, because I've already had to hire a few people and have to go over like, hey, these are the expectations, these are the management styles, and having to be some sort of a leadership role. But as things are right now, in terms of being able to be the main bartender and show up to these events, it really works out on being I don't need to take on that role. I just need to provide a service that helps enlighten or highlight the current event, whether it be a corporate event, a private party, Super Bowl party, or a wedding.
Tell me, so once you've got this, you're chewing on it for a long time, and then at some point you decide to take action. But we talked earlier, you've got 100 other jobs already. What was that decision like when you said, I'm going to not do something this is it, I'm going to take action? I'm guessing that's how it looked.
No,
what did it look like?
So it looks like a lot like how it's been for me in terms of like going to the gym or self-improvement and stuff like that.
Okay.
Where I believe the term was you choose your pain in life, and it's either the pain of content or the pain of I had it. It was there.
The pain of being content, or the pain of
the pain of change.
The pain of change.
Yeah,
I see.
There it is. And it was, you'll only go with whatever pain is lesser. So until the pain of staying content outweighs the pain of change. So I use that motto, or I use that kind of thought process for a lot of things, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be eating better, or wanting to see something better when I look in the mirror, or just self-reflection. And it just bubbled up enough one day where I was like, I've been talking about it with my friends. They're always super like, let's do it. Why not? Like, they're very much a devil's advocate in terms of try it. Like,
nice.
You might be jumping off a cliff, but try it. Like,
sure.
But they're one of the biggest supports in my life. So when they keep saying, or they kept bringing it up, like, let's just do a business, like, let's start a business, and or what about a business? And it just eventually boiled down to, okay, I'm gonna do this, but because I didn't want to dive right in, I wanted to have some sort of foundation. I decided to get a bartending job to get that experience that I think I would need, which I did. I did find out, especially during my first event, everything that I had learned between tapping a keg to pouring a drink to shaking putting it in a mixer or a shaker, came very much invaluable in terms of making sure that event went smoothly on my end.
Yeah. It's a great idea to get a job in the area, excuse me, in the area that you're looking to do it. Yeah, business.
It's definitely not required for everything, I found out, because you can easily learn the same things on YouTube.
Sure.
But it's more of that in the environment kind of thing, because YouTube, will tell you, like, this is how you shake it. This is what you could do to make this drink or that drink. But it doesn't go over the nuances of when you're working in a fast-paced bar, or you're working in a fast environment, or you're working with other individuals, or if you're in a bar area, which generally you only have a few feet and there's one or two, sometimes 3 or 4 people in that area. So you got to dance around. You have to, like, be working in tandem with your other people and making sure you also maintain a smile while doing all that, because if you're shaking, throwing everything together, and you look like Stone Cold Steve Austin, yes, people understand, but at the same time, it adds a little bit more if you're able to be like, hey, how's it going? Like, in the middle of a rush.
If you were, where do you want your business to go? What's next for you?
What's next and where I wanted to go? I decided to get a big dream, or a big goal, I want to say. Goal. Dream is a goal without plan, is what I've read, and I try to maintain. So the big goal, end goal, is I want Gentle Perch to be known internationally at some point. Like, whether it be I get a gig overseas, whether it be people are talking about Gentle Perch in a different country for whatever reason, as a mobile bartending business. We are also bartenders for hire, so it's not only would I show up with my own setup and everything, but you just want a bartender. Anyways, the next goal is to expand within the local area in terms of being able to hit more businesses and more coverage areas.
Anything else from you? Any questions I didn't ask? What did I miss?
So you're hoping you asked, like, where Gentle Perch came from?
I didn't ask that. That is an obvious question. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites to answer, because I feel like really encompasses, like, a lot of, like, where I came from, but also in terms of why it came to be. So I got the idea from an anime called Bartender, Glass of the Gods.
Okay.
So they had an original anime called Bartender back in the 90s, and it was super great. I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's great, because it highlighted a drink every episode, and it had this very aloof, mystic bartender who had all the wisdom, but still somewhat personable. Well, actually, no, back in the back when it wasn't personable, he was just this mystic bartender who was able to make the best drink that person needed that day. And that's a goal I would super aspire to be. But they made a new one, or a remake, I would say, and they added the personal aspect to it. And someone asks him what a bartender is, and he describes it. And he says, well, think about it. A bar is a place for people to perch upon at the end of a long day. And then at the end of it, tender means gentle, in another word. So having, like, a gentle touch with those patrons. And I cannot remember for the life of me right now if he said Gentle Perch, but it just clicked in my head of, that's it, that's what I want, that's the name, that's the brand, that's it. Like, done, set in stone. And because I really like that, so Gentle Perch is just a play on bartender.
I thought that was really cool, and I really like how Elijah, like, takes, and then, I don't know, like, he just takes, like, something that he didn't originally, like, was like, oh, I really want to do this. I mean, he did want to do it, and then he's like, I just want to experiment with it, I just want to try. And then he's like, wow, I actually really like this, and it really worked out, and he just went for it. I thought that was really cool. yeah, I really enjoyed it. Just to hear that whole journey. Yeah.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah.
He also has good taste in hats.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
For those watching, Maverick is wearing the same hat, or
Yeah.
for those listening, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting also that he chose to get a job to help train him in his field that he was going to entrepreneur in.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty smart. So someone younger starting, especially when you need that experience, getting a job in something when possible. Great way to get training.
Yeah.
So very smart of him.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really enjoyed that podcast. Hey, if you're new to the podcast, consider liking, subscribing, come and knock on our door, telling us that you want to be our friend. All of those are appreciated. Well, maybe just see us at the coffee shop.
Yes.
Knocking on the door, a little weird.
Hey, maybe.
But hey, we like you. So, come on over, and until then, my friends, I'm really thankful for you guys joining us on this. It is a growing podcast. And we continue to see new people subscribing, new people joining, and we're hoping that this helps increase the amount of entrepreneurs in our city. So there we go. Until then, happy sailing.